Alright, everybody, welcome back. We took a little break yesterday, but we are here again, once more, to look for romance and saving a coffee shop from going under. So, I don't remember where we left off. Finally, the renovations are complete. Okay, excellent. So the renovations are complete. I'm afraid to take off some of the tarps until the grand reopening, though. We still have a lot of paint and tools laying around. Well, should probably clean that up then, I guess. But the majority is done. I never thought I'd see the day. Just wait until Baba sees this place. She won't even recognize it. Excellent. Although that paint looks a little patchy behind you there. Kiana had to leave a few hours ago to meet with the city council, but she should be back soon. I have to thank her for all her hard work. It's not the most quaint, but maybe a home-cooked meal will do? What do I cook her, though? Neither of those seem like the sort of thing you would cook for a mermaid. Let's go with pasta primavera. I'll make her some pasta primavera. She'll love all the veggies. I honestly think that mermaids eat fish, but that doesn't seem to be what what this game is alluding to. I grab out some veggies and start chopping away. Can't forget the sun-dried tomatoes. I never pictured myself returning here this way. Baba gone, the shop in disarray, reuniting with Kiana. It's been a wild couple of weeks for sure. But I don't regret it. Running a shop on my own certainly wasn't in my plans for the future, and I'm not even sure I'll want to do it for long after we get back off the ground. But I'll see where it takes me. Of course, I'm not even sure if it'll get back off the ground. We've put in so much work renovating it, but it'll be useless if people still think the stigma of how it was in their minds. I can't let all of our hard work go to waste. Kiana's put so much effort into this. She's worried about her people's health too, and yet she's still here, helping me so much. What a good friend. Maybe you should be a good friend. Friend? Coming in. Kiana steps in with a dejected look. Do I want to know how the council meeting went? No. They told us we need even more signatures to get it to pass. How many? She pulls out a stack of papers. All of these. All of them have to be verifiable signatures, too, not just random names. That's not the way these things work. She slumps down on the couch. What you need is a lawyer. It's like they just don't care. They can't see the damage. They don't feel the damage, so they don't care. They think it's beyond their control. If I could show them what it's doing, they'd change their minds. If I could just drag them underwater. Let's avoid you getting arrested for kidnapping. I sit down across from her and place my hand on hers. We'll figure out a way. Trust me. She sighs. I just wish I believed that. She idly flips through her phone, an older version of a smartphone she got second-hand from somewhere, while I go back to tending to dinner. I don't know much about her home, but I know it's far, far below the water, too far for consumer-grade equipment to reach. They've adapted in their own ways to the darkness, with ways of having natural light, but a typical consumer-grade underwater camera would never be able to document down there. Unless we were to get a diving team with recording equipment, we'd never be able to show them what it's like down there right now, and that's if the city would even care. Now I'm making myself depressed. I stir the pan vigorously, trying to refocus myself. Just a nice dinner for the two of us. We can worry about the cafe and the bill tomorrow. Bill? Oh, the legislative bill. Just some quiet time. Alright, here we are. I set the pasta primavera down in front of her. Her worries quickly fade as she smells the food. Let me turn on the light. I quickly walk over to the switch and flick them on to figure out which one is for where she's sitting. When I finally find the one for her table, the light busts. When's the last time Baba replaced these bulbs? I'll get a replacement, just wait. I run to the back of the shop to one of Baba's knick-knack cupboards, but it's in vain. There's no light bulbs for the ceiling lights. Well, at least she has some candles. So, long story short, no more light bulbs, but we have candles. I set them on the table and light them with a snap. The glow from them in this half-abandoned cafe almost looks eerie. Against her face, it feels warm and inviting. A quiet, candlelit meal, just for the two of us. She gives me a half smile and we dig into our meals. The exhaustion from the past few weeks, sets in while we're eating. I feel myself sludge down in the chair, the weight of it all rolling off of me. We both eat most of our food in silence before slowing down and meagerly picking at it. Kiana idly pokes at a bell pepper slice. I never realized how... Wait, are bell peppers in pasta primavera? Whatever. I never realized how nice it was to sit down with someone for a quiet meal like this. At home we had meals together, but you could hardly call it family time when the table was gigantic. We never had a casual sit-down time. Everything was under the pretense of being noble. She rests her fork down. I love them all, but it's so suffocating. My brother and sisters all act fine with it. Maybe they aren't, but they hide it, then play along. Is it because I play along? Are they just following their older sister? Should I have done something? She puts her head in her hands. And then you have the city council refusing to listen to us. We have to jump through all these hoops and holes to be heard. It feels like I don't have a say in anything. Kiana, what do you want to do? And now I have to ask... And now I have you asking me the tough questions. Would you roll your eyes if I said, I don't know? I feel like I'm being pushed from place to place, yet I don't know where it is I'd go if I weren't. I'm just an indecisive mess. Sometimes I think it's okay to go with where the wind takes you if you don't know. That's how I came back here and revived the cafe. I didn't really know where I wanted to be or what I wanted to do. But I know magic is important to me, and so is this place. So if that's where the wind goes, that's where I'll go. Maybe along the way I'll find something better, but I won't know until I try. What I'm trying to say is, if you prioritize what's important to you and move toward that, it'll feel less like a rocking boat in the seas and more like you have a hand at the wheel. Okay, maybe a fishing analogy wasn't the best for a mermaid, but still. And I'll help you figure that out, if you want me to. We can figure out what the future has in store for both of us. Step, thank you. Really. I love my family, and I love my people, but I really couldn't care less about being a ruler someday. I want to help them all, but I feel like I could do more groundwork right now. But I didn't say we had to figure out everything right now. We can do it together, on our own terms. Did we know she was a princess? Was that just assumed, that a mermaid is going to be a princess? She nods, giving me a serene smile in the dim lighting. Yeah, we'll figure it out together. Ooh, that's a new storefront. Come to our cafe's grand reopening. Kiana waves a flyer in her hand at the crowds, hoping to pique at least someone's attention. The two of us have been out here for a solid hour with not many people biting. At this rate, we'll have so many wasted flyers we might get a ticket for littering. We have salty kelp lattes, they're really good. That's probably not the best. She tries handing a flyer to a small child, but she refuses, clinging to her mom instead. Kiana sighs and looks over at me at our table. Our small table has complimentary coffee, more flyers on the cafe and our menu, and several stacks of paper with the anti-pollution bill, with glass fish statues for paperweights. Kiana thought they were cute. I imagine they are very cute. So far, we've had 10 people try the coffee and 1 person sign the petition. A few people took a flyer out of sympathy, but threw them away on the next block. We have a new menu. We have a new interior, and no mold now. This, by far, was going to be the most exhausting day yet. I pour a cup of coffee and grab a flyer. Free coffee if you take a flyer and sign our anti-pollution petition. No takers. Is the cafe's bad reputation that bad? Is no one willing to change their mind? Was it ever even possible to revive it? I look over at Kiana, who's putting on her best customer service face, trying to talk to strangers. Even amidst her people's health crisis, even amidst this failing cafe, she refuses to give up. Neither can I. I grab the box of leftover to-go cups and plastics and pile them into a small cart. Outside, Kiana is still trying her best, so I'll try something too. I push the cart outside and head down a few blocks. It's been a few years, but I remember there being a popular beachside cafe down there. The owners were always pretty nice. Even if we can't get back off the ground, even if all of this won't go anywhere, I can try my hardest. That's how I'll forge my own path. The cafe is busy as usual. It's around noon after all. People are happily chatting in the booths, sipping on their lattes and eating beach-inspired blue bundt cakes. Why is this the first time we've heard about this other cafe that's in a better location? Like, I leave the cart outside as I walk up to the counter. The lady recognizes me instantly. Oh, Step, it's been so long. How are you doing? I'm fine, thanks. I finished high school almost a month ago and came back for the summer. Oh, that's good to hear. How's your grandmother? MIA and probably on run from debtors. She's away right now. I hope she's doing well. She's special, but such an interesting person to have around. What brings you over here? Want a slice of our chocolate chip beach bundt cake? Actually, I've been renovating Baba's Cafe to reopen it. We're going with an eco-friendly theming, so I got rid of all the plastic to-go packages and didn't want to throw them away. I came to see if you wanted them. I've got them outside on a cart. Oh, slick. Reopening? But I know it has a bad reputation in town, but I can't let it go under. I want to revive it. We've already finished the renovations on the place. So you're sure about this? I nod, not losing eye contact. Why push for an eco-friendly experience? That's much more costly than using plastics. I want to support the new anti-pollution bill, but I can't while also contributing partly to the problem. Well, our plastic consumption is small, but I want to try to make a tiny difference in my own way. I don't want to see our drinks littering the beach. Alright, I'll take the leftover to-go cups, but I want one of your flyers. Step, where'd you go? Sorry, I went to drop off the leftover plastics. I figured they'd be better used by someone else than sitting in the cabinets collecting dust. Have you had any luck? Well, this one tourist couple said they stopped by, but I got a lot of odd looks from older couples when I told them where we're located. There's obviously something we don't know, and it's driving me crazy. Maybe we should have just said we bought out the cafe and it's under new management? I sigh and head over to the table. The coffee is lukewarm in the thermos, and the petition has 3 more names on it. Well, let's give it one last push, shall we? Ever tried a salty kelp latte? Or sweetened warm bai tea? I don't know what bai tea is. Come try them all at our grand reopening tomorrow. All of our lattes are made in-house with organic ingredients, only the freshest for our customers. Yeah, does that include a spit in the cup too? No, of course not. Baba, what on earth were you doing? Make sure you let your voice be heard. Sign the petition to make the city council review the new anti-pollution bill. Do I have to buy a coffee to sign it? No, just sign here. We may still have hundreds of flyers left, but at least Kiana is getting some signatures. As the day dwindles on, our routine quickly gets old, and we take a break to avoid being public nuisances. Want to head to the square to tack up flyers wherever we can? Let's go! The square is easily the busiest place in town right now, as people are getting off work and heading to the entertainment and eating places. To the entertainment and eating places. That is how a human would say that. Droves of people are walking around, talking, drinking, and more. It's a prime spot for business, but it's also a prime spot for advertisement. We can't stand around with the flyers here, or else we'll be loitering and asked to leave. But we can walk around to the local corkboards. On every wall and back alley, there is a board for local advertisements, typically special events like concerts or book signings. They'll be perfect places to add some of our flyers, too. You head left, I'll head right. Got it. We head off in separate directions. I head toward the bars and music venues, while Kiana goes toward the restaurants and boutiques. Most of the boards are already covered in tacks and half-ripped papers, but I still try to find a place for ours. I place a couple on open tables I come across that aren't attached to an eatery, and I ask a bookstore if I can leave some on their counter. The flyers quickly start to run out as I go from block to block, placing them wherever I can. Even if people don't see them in time for the opening, they'll see them this week and come by later. Yeah, definitely. Empty? Empty. I guess we're done for the day then. Let's head back. Thank you, Kiana. Even if tomorrow doesn't go well, even if I have to close this place for good, I want you to know that I'm truly grateful for everything you've poured into this. Once the cafe reopens, I know you'll have to go back to dedicating all your time to helping your people, but I still want to hang out with you when you're not busy. I wanted to stay here and help you with the cafe. Only if you want my help, of course. What about your people, your home? I haven't told my parents yet, but I want to stay here and do what I can. I can do more good for them up here than down there. If this bill passes, then it'll save countless lives for years to come, but there's still more battles to fight. Maybe in a year or two I'll realize I've done all I can and I should go home. But I won't know unless I see where this wind will take me and stay here first. We've been brought together again for a reason. I want to see this through just a bit longer. I'm sorry, I must sound so presuming. Maybe it means presumptuous. It's alright, really. I was serious when I said I wanted to figure out our futures together, wherever that takes us. In a few years we might find our futures diverging, but for now, let's see where things take us together. I really like being here with you, Step. I like being by your side too. Oh, just kiss already. When I was younger, I used to think being here at night was creepy. But somehow, with Kiana by my side, everything feels less scary. It's opening day. I need to make sure we have change for customers paying with big bills, and the plants need watering, and the curtains need redusting, and we've been preparing for weeks, but it feels like I still have a lot left to do. With a bit of magic, I'll be able to quickly straighten the curtains and get the plants looking nice. The chairs look in order and the countertops are all clean. I've got the new open sign ready to go up whenever. Just breathe. You can get through this, somehow. Happy opening day! Kiana runs in and pulls me in for a quick hug. Her hair smells like sea breeze. I'll straighten up the pamphlets. Why don't you put on the open sign? It really is time, isn't it? Yes, time to save. And give me just a moment. Okay. It really is time, isn't it? She squeezes my hand. It'll be fine. I'm here. I can't help but flush. Alright, it's time to open up. I grab the sign from one of the tables and head outside. As I figured, there was no line for me outside, eager to get a seat. I prop the sign up and head back in. Kiana's shuffling the petition papers, looking over the names for the 30th time. After we close up for today, I'll figure out some way to help her get the signatures. Maybe you'll ask one of the venues to have some of the papers during their events. Some way to make it up to her. I barely recognize this place. Good morning. What can I get you? Can I just have a hazelnut latte? Sure, coming right up. I grab a cup out and start whipping it up with when the door opens again and again. We have a line of customers? I glance over at Kiana, who's just as bewildered as me. I can't let my surprise overtake me, though. I've got customers to attend to now. With a hint of vanilla and some hidden magic, I have the first few cups ready for our patrons, our new patrons. Although we haven't filled all the tables, it's comforting to see that what once was a vacant room buzz with life. Kiana chats with a couple who just received their lattes while I fix a cinnamon roll for a kid. The petition sits on the counter, slowly but surely getting filled out. Maybe this will work out after all. How'd you do it? Do what? Bring in all the new customers? No, the cross promotion. The what? MacLeod quickly whips out his phone and moves beside me. This here. You got featured in one of the most popular local cafe's accounts. How much did it cost? Your life savings? Her life savings? Let me see that. I grab the phone from him and look at whatever he's talking about. Beachside Bunts featured us. On the screen is a picture of one of our flyers with a caption talking about our revival, our eco-friendly mission, and a call to action to help support local businesses. Hey, cool! So, you really didn't know? No, I mean, I was talking to her yesterday, but I didn't think she'd do this. The door opens again as a family walks in. The cafe will be full pretty soon at this rate. I feel a few tears coming to my eyes. Excuse me, it looks like I need to get back to work. Come back and see us. The last patron exits the store and Kiana locks it behind him. I deflate over the countertop, too tired to check the cash register to close out for the day or even check how much we made. It's over. How much do you think we made? A lot. She smiles and pats my head. You're going to get back pains if you sleep like this. Then move me. To my surprise, she walks around and wraps an arm around my back, lifting me up slightly. Wait, I was kidding. Too late. Ho ho. To the bedroom we go. Okay. Kiana carries me toward the back of the store and into my room. She sets me down on my bed. Alright, get dressed. Dressed? Huh? We're going swimming. It's the perfect way to relax your muscles and mind after a long day. I would love to go swimming. If it wasn't the middle of winter right now, I would be hopping into a lake. Yeah, maybe for a mermaid. There's still some sunlight left outside if we hurry. Come on. Okay. Kiana shuts the door behind her. I have half a mind to fall back on my bed and sleep, but I know she'll just come and wake me back up. Out of choices, I put on a bathing suit and cover up, and head out with her. Has it always been this chilly in the evenings? She laughs gently, tucking her hair behind her ear with one hand and clasping my hand with her other. It'll feel much better once we're underwater. Trust me. Wait, underwater? You remember I can't breathe underwater, right? It'll be okay. She pulls me closer to her and the water. The water splashes around us as we step into the ocean. The breeze is crisp, but I don't care now. Hold your breath. One moment she's standing chest deep in the water holding my hand. The next moment we're both underwater. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have been able to fill out the petition. I'd still be scared of the future, feeling like I don't fully belong anywhere. But when you're here, I don't feel afraid. I feel brave. How are you telling me this underwater? I want to stay with you and the cafe. The tides of change may come and go, but as long as I'm by your side, they can wash over me without knocking me down. Are you running out of air? Then... Kiana places her lips on mine. Ooh. Achievement unlocked. Salty kelp latte. Oh my. Together, we'll be okay. Oh, and that's it? Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of sweet, I guess. That's shorter than I'd have expected for the wrap-up. It was okay. It was okay. It's a short story-ish kind of thing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to like and share and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification so that you'll never miss a video, even though there's one every single day. If you want to see more visual novels, I've got a bunch from when I did this before, 2 years ago. And if you have any suggestions for what to play next, let me know. Although I do have something selected for tomorrow, so stop on by and find out what it is. In the meantime, thank you.